have. I mean, if you can manage.
Morning is it?
Yeah, yeah, morning.
Morning not possible, sir.
No issue. I mean, that's, I
So
mean,
same timing tomorrow, no problem. Right?
okay then.
Yeah.
So yesterday we discussed object and type.
Right.
Do you have any query, or uh, let me demonstrate you the technically,
Okay.
and then we'll further. I mean, right now I'll show you that how to create a type and properties using DA, and also further we'll see further more and in detail,
Okay.
and also we'll see how we can create through DQL and other possible ways,
Okay. Okay. Sure.
right? And and also we'll see how to write a little advanced DQLs, rather simple and on as that you have already know about, but we'll go little advanced, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen first. uh, I think Mind Magic's people did not allow me to share my screen. I mean, hello, may I know who is from Mind Magics? Hello. Okay, Krishna, can you make me? Uh,
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I mean, you are a host now.
No,
Uh,
no, I am not. Oh, I am host.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Can you please uh,
So how to do that? I am not sure. So
select my name, right side part? There is a list of participant. I mean, if you could able to see.
hello to
Yeah, yeah.
hello to. Sorry, what is that?
Allo- I mean, I can you make me host? I mean,
Yeah, I can. I made.
yeah, nah, yeah. I'm a host now. So I hope that you have gone through the PPT again,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So this is the DA. Already you are aware with how you can open, and this is the DA. DA is a kind of administrative tool where the administrative functions are available. So we already aware with the how to create users group. Two things we already seen.
Okay.
Now we'll go for the type. So type we can create his. I mean, left hand side. So many options are there, and type is one of them. This type,
Okay.
right? This type. You
Okay.
have to create here, right? Once you click on this, it shows you this type list of the types that are there in the system.
Okay.
So one side you see the name, and second side their super type,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Mm, it's a super type, right? And so we have seen in the slides. I mean, we have a couple of types:
Right.
dm underscore workflow, dm underscore sys object, dm underscore document, dm underscore user, like that, right?
Right.
So these types are available here. You can see any of the definition. I mean, so if you see, so many types are available. Because why so many types are available? Because Documentum manage everything as an object, right?
Right.
So if it's an object, so they need a kind of category, or the type they belong. So
Right.
so many types are there, right?
Right. Yeah.
So couple of them we use frequently. I mean, no need to know all of these types, but few of these types you should know. What is the purpose of these type? I mean, what kind of data it is holding,
Okay.
right? For example, let's say workflow. S- let's say, I mean, dm underscore workflow. So if any workflow issues comes, so that you, I mean, in case of investigating that issue, you need to know which type is holding such this kind of data, so
Correct.
that you can query on that particular object and can see the properties of for other properties and other values, so that you can correlate and identify what exactly the issue that was causing.
Okay.
Correct. So here, I mean, in case you need to check the detail of particular type, so here you can type dm underscore. Let's say we are starting with dm sys object, dm underscore sys object. Here you can write, if you click here, it is showing, right, dm
Right.
underscore sys object, right? Because correct. So you can click on this. I'm sorry, just it's double click, right, select, right click, and go to the properties.
Okay.
Select that, right click, go to the properties, opens such a windows like this. It has the information on the type. So type name is dmsys object, right?
Yeah.
Type name, super type is null, right?
Yeah.
Because it is the super type is a persistent object. Persistent object is not kind of a type, it's kind of that, I mean, in case you saw the table, actually Documentum has a two kind of type, I mean, two categories of type basically.
Yeah.
uh, Persistent and non-persistent,
Okay.
right? Persistent means those exist in the system always, I mean, they remain in the system always.
Okay.
And other category is non-persistent. Non-persistent means their life exists till the session is available.
Okay.
I mean, once the session is over, their life is gone. I mean, they are a
Yeah.
temporary type.
Temporary. So
Correct.
it will look up
Temporary,
in
yeah.
the runtime.
Runtime types, exactly.
Yeah.
Temporary runtime. They are a kind of type. They exist a particular duration only. Temporarily exist in the system.
Yeah.
So, couple of types are there. I mean, they present in the system a particular time period,
Okay.
right? So, in case here it's a attribute, right? There is another type is called attribute. Okay, I missed a little bit. This is a super type null. Here's the default storage.
Okay.
So I told you why. I mean, doc type is means the, I mean, it stores a metadata. Type stores metadata, right?
Yeah.
At the database. I mean, basically, if you look at the database, the two tables will be created: dm underscore sys object and dm underscore sys, sorry, dm underscore sys object underscore r, dm underscore sys object underscore s, right?
Yes.
One.
Yes.
Second, here's the default storage. Default storage means if you upload a document of this type, how to, I mean, just think for a while. Practically, I will demonstrate you and I'll make you understand. But just right, if you upload a document of this type, then the physical document
Okay.
will go to this location. Just refer file store something like storage, C drive, D drive, E drive, like this,
Okay.
right? The metadata will go to the database, and the physical document,
Okay.
that right content will go to this location, because
Okay.
this is a hardware location, hard drive location, correct?
Yeah.
So basically what happens, sometimes business want, I mean, because see, why the Documentum is used for, Documentum is mainly used for the compliance purpose,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
This is a basically compliance tool.
Mm.
I mean, it has to follow compliance. So it comes into the compliance, that you have to secure your content,
Correct.
right? Because maybe you are uploading I mean, medical related, I mean pharma related
Formality.
documents. So they yeah, they can be misused by, I mean, if someone can access that.
Yes.
So physically they also should be secure,
Yes.
right? So we can attach a secure device with the Documentum, and the physical content will move to there.
Yeah.
Just let's say you can attach a pen drive. Let's say, just for think for a while, you attach a pen drive, or that particular flash drive is a very much secure.
Yeah.
No one can. So your document, I mean the PDF files will move to there, and the data, the metadata of that those file will go to the database. So database can be secured, right? No one can access without having a username, password, or so many things.
Right.
But it's when we go to the content wise, so it is little difficult to make it secure. So we have so many hardware devices available, right?
Yeah.
So those hardware devices we can integrate with Documentum, so that we can make this data secure.
Okay.
So this is also a one
One
kind of
topic you just told, that security, that
right,
issue.
that is a different security. That is I mean that I will explain you what is the difference with this security to that security. See,
Okay.
let's say, let me tell you one another way. Mm, see, this is my uh, this is my drive, right? F drive,
Right.
right? And if I go to the this drive, here is a files, right? This these are the PPTs,
Correct.
right? You can come and access it,
Yeah.
right? So I want no one can come and click on this file. I mean, this should be secure,
Okay.
right? This drive should be secure.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, I have connected this F drive to the Documentum, right? So my these files are coming to the this folder. These files, I'm uploading these files to the Documentum. So
Okay.
physically, when I say the uploading a file in Documentum,
Okay.
means it is going somewhere, right? I'm copying that content to somewhere, some places, right?
Okay.
And the metadata is storing at the database, and their that physical content, these kind of files, this
Okay.
is a physical content.
Yeah.
I think you are not getting my point.
Mm.
I mean, see, this is a one file, right?
Ah.
This is called physical file, content file,
Right.
because it has a some size, right? This
That.
size, correct? So
Yes.
if I upload this file in Documentum,
Okay.
right, where it will go? It needs some space, right? It some location, right?
Yeah. Some location, some folder path or
Correct.
something.
I mean, for yeah, where it will be placed,
Yeah.
right? Right. So
Yeah.
it requires. I mean, so what we do, either we can, I mean, rightly give, I mean, directly can give C drive, D drive. We can copy the data like this.
Mm.
I mean, this can we can attach this drive system like this. Otherwise, we have some hardware devices available, hardware devices, just like your pen drive, just like your uh, uh,
Hard disk.
external hard disk, right? Like that the devices are available, but those devices are does not display data like this. I
Okay.
mean, it is not like this. You go and click. I mean, not like directory structure. This directory structure,
Okay.
it copy the. I mean, if you copy the data into that file, that external drive,
Mm.
that take that data as a uh, encrypted format,
Okay.
so no one can recognize that what file that is there in the system. This, so you need a special software to see the data,
Okay.
right? I mean, in case if I need to see these files, I need a particular separate software to see that how my file is look like and where it is my file is there,
Okay. Correct.
right? So
Yeah.
such a way, there are external devices are available. So one of the task or Documentum job, admin job is there to replace the hard drives, to replace these devices.
Okay.
I mean, for example, either one, I mean, two kind of tasks is there. One, I mean, organization says that we need to use secure devices or encrypted devices rather using normal devices,
Okay.
right? Rather using normal external hard drive, we need to use a good quality of hard drive. You can understand it with
To
it this way,
comply with the regulatory guidelines.
right? Compliance related hard drive, hard disk or something.
Yeah.
So you need to replace that. I mean, earlier, for example, if you are earlier using some kind of hard drive and you need to replace, so replacement of this,
Okay.
right? In the Documentum perspective, you need to do some configuration changes.
Okay.
That I mean, it's a part of syllabus. I will let you know how to do that,
Okay.
right?
So
One.
what kind of devices are there, sir, in Documentum
Mm,
by inbuilt?
uh, I mean, again, when you say the devices, it supports so many external devices. Santira
Okay.
is one of them. Santira.
Tira.
Yeah, you can search for Santira.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay, okay. Centura is OS, no?
no, that's I mean, Cent is
CentOS,
OS.
sir, I think.
Cento is the different.
And
Santira.
okay.
Yeah, you can just search for the Santira. Santira right now I think it's VMware devices. I mean, the VMware company hold this Santira.
Okay.
And and other encrypted devices it support encrypted storage devices. I mean, you can search like this, uh, encrypted storage devices,
Okay.
like, right, you can search for this encrypted storage devices.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so it support the other encrypted supported devices. I mean, if the organization has a limited uh, uh, economic I mean, uh, then they can go for the normal devices or normal storage, right? Like normal hard disk and all like this. But it support the good quality of encrypted devices, right?
Yeah.
So people, I mean, mostly organization use the encrypted devices. So configuration, while part I will let you know how to do this configuration even. And another example, let's say I'm using this F drive, right?
Yeah.
With the Documentum, my this F drive is attached. Suppose this F drive is full,
Okay.
right? One. I mean, I'm just giving you a second example. First example was encrypted devices. Second
Encrypted.
example, for example, if this F drive is full,
Okay.
so it will not store the data further, right? Because
Correct.
it is
Correct.
full.
So it will
Then
deny that to store that.
right, then we how to change another devices. That's
Okay.
another example. I mean, I
Okay.
will let you know how to do that. I
Okay.
mean, right. And third is that let's say you have a F drive is all there, but you want to copy F drive data. I mean, internally through with the Documentum, you want to copy F drive data into G drive like this, right?
Okay.
Let's say F drive is full, and you want copy this F drive data into G drive
Mm.
and start using the G drive itself.
Okay.
I mean, I hope you understood, right? The point two and three. What is the way
Two I
how
understand. Third is copy this drive data to
uh,
some.
some other drive. I mean, second point, copy the data to other drive. That's it. Just a backup.
Okay.
But
Okay.
third, I mean, backup in the sense, I mean, let's say earlier you was using a F drive, now start using a G drive only.
Mm.
I mean, fresh drive. F the data is earlier the data was there in the F drive. Now you have to use a G drive,
Okay.
right? One. Another example, what I'm trying to say, let's say you have a data in F drive and F is going to full.
Okay.
So rather changing the drive to G, you have to copy the F drive data to the G as well. I mean, you have to completely remove F drive,
Okay.
right? I mean, in earlier case, you were copying. I mean, you were taking a backup only. I mean, F drive were present with the system. You start using a G drive, but F was there in the system. But
Okay.
in third case, F will completely remove from the system and now you have to use G drive only. So in that case, you have to copy the F drive data to the G drive, also start using a G drive,
Okay.
right? And I mean, you have to completely remove F drive. So
Okay.
these three scenarios that we will discuss, I mean, I will let you know as a part of a storage section.
Okay. So these are only there or some other things are there because I don't know that scenarios may be
Yeah, I
different.
mean, these are the mostly scenarios. I mean, the
Right.
for storage related.
So sometimes some temporary storage and temporary some incremental backup or differential backups are there.
That I mean, that is a part of operating system. I mean, their operating system has their own kind of softwares. So what you tell them? You tell them that this is the file path. Let's say, I mean, your Documentum is installed in this drive, F drive IPC like this.
Okay.
So you tell the operating system team or the particular team who is a backup team that this is the data you need to take a backup
Okay.
periodically or like this or some, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way. And that though we will I mean come to that point, disaster recovery and all, we'll discuss. I mean, that's a, I mean, well, we'll when we will come the content server installation and all such kind of points.
Okay.
I mean that in detail.
Okay.
So now how to create type that I was telling you. So this point is this this is the storage, right? Here you can change the storage. What does it mean by, if you select that storage, let's say I have selected this file store 01, so all the data will go to this is the storage, right?
Okay.
By default. Here I can change. I mean, for example, if we have a multiple devices connected, hard disk devices, right? Storage devices I'm talking about. If the multiple storage devices are connected, then you can select that particular device where you want to move this data to. I mean, uh, so onwards, once you select, afterwards the data will go into that particular storage devices,
Okay.
correct?
Yeah. Sir,
And
one question.
mhm.
The super type will be always null or not null also. Sometimes you said that the super types will be persistent, not
Yeah,
persistent.
uh,
So that data, so how it will system will take as a by default null or whether it will take as a not null also, or is there any mechanism in that?
yeah, yeah, yes. So for a timing, as I told you, for a timing you have to understand that only, I mean, it's mandatory. I mean, for example, I mean, what I'm trying to say for a timing means, if you are you are creating a project, right? I mean, for example, you are designing a solution for I mean, or you are creating a custom kind of type, custom type.
Okay.
Let's say we took two three examples like legal document yesterday,
Yeah.
or admin related document, or I mean your medical devices related document, change request document, change
Correct.
request, right? Or effective documents, approved documents, right? GMP documents, these are the custom document, right?
Correct.
So these document will always have a super type, and that super type is a DM document.
Okay.
So that in that sense I told you. But super user can create a type with no super type,
Okay.
just for a super user,
Okay.
right? But if you are designing a solution, then it is mandatory. I mean, not a even not a mandatory, you have to create. I mean, not only a mandatory, you have to create, otherwise uh, there will be a huge problem. Even the solution would be not efficient, right?
Okay.
So
But so admin person can't able to do this.
only super user, not admin, super user only.
Super user can do this custom
Oh,
type
right,
of
yeah.
super.
So yeah,
That,
so think like this way. If we have a one super user in the system,
correct.
two three admins, and
Yeah,
rest are the user common users, right?
correct.
Two three admins are there, but there is a one super user who is a kind of can do anything in the system. That a
Correct.
super user, I mean, that has a ability. I mean, if he want, He can change anything out of the box. That's why it has to give in that certain rights. But
Okay.
admin can't create generally admin has to create a type,
Okay.
right? So admin has no facility or no admin is not allowed to create type without selecting a subtype or without selecting a super type.
Okay.
I hope clear, right?
Mm, okay.
So
But
again,
here there is no subtype here.
yeah, I mean, because it is created by super user.
Okay. But super user can create anything, right?
Yes, yes,
But
I mean,
why? Uh,
so I mean, that's what I'm telling you, because it's the out of the box. So out of the box is created by super user due to the system. In case if you are you have to create your custom one. I'm talking about custom, not super. I mean, out of the box. I mean, why they have created? Because they have to. Make the system. I mean, the out of the box things working.
okay.
So that's why I mean if you are creating it, you have to select it for dm underscore sys object as a super type, or dm underscore document as a super type.
Okay.
I'll take you one example. So I mean, we'll create that, so that way we will understand,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I mean, why they have not created means, uh, yes, they can create it. I mean, they can select the super type as well. If you log in as a super user, you also can create like this way,
Okay.
right? I mean, you can create a type without having a super type if you logged in as a super user. But in a production system where you will start working, you will not given a right of super user, right?
Right.
So you will not be permitted. I mean, you will not even, you will not have an option to create a type like this, because
Okay.
you will be an admin, not a super user.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Now,
No,
in
that's
case,
why I got confused. Like, why only the
yeah,
super
I
user
mean,
is
because
there?
it's a super. Right now, I have logged in as a super user.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
next is that default group is there. So default group,
uh,
that
yeah. I mean, by default, see, certain type of document only. We want that certain type of document can be created by a certain group only,
okay.
right? So here we can select a default group. Even we can select a default permission set,
Okay.
that is called ACL, uh, right? We can apply ACL if any document gets created. The particular ACL or particular security will apply to that document,
Okay.
right? Enable for indexing,
Okay. What is that enable for indexing?
right? Coming to that point, indexing is a kind of do you have any idea of indexing? I mean, database indexing or anything, whether it's it's a kind of anything, I mean, indexing. Have
Uh,
you heard about this word indexing?
Indexing is general document type. If you are taking any book or any procedure,
Hmm.
so what pages contains what content and all. So it will
Right.
be in the tabular format. So
Hmm.
that once you are clicking or once you are reading that index, so that you know that which page contains what subject and all.
Correct. I mean, it just helping you in searching
Yeah.
point of way,
Searching
right?
the subject. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So same way, I mean, in Documentum or in even any of the system, if you want to fasten the
Okay.
search, if you want to make the search faster, then you have to index that particular data.
Okay.
If data is indexed, then you can search easily anything
What
easily, right?
kind of indexes are there?
Sorry.
What kind of, I mean, how many types of indexes are available?
Here's the database wise, there is a so I mean, that's a different thing. But Documentum wise, if you are indexing, means it that document is, I mean, you are making the document faster to be searched.
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that I got it. But okay. But here, how many types are? What is the indexes are available? What are all the indexes available? Like,
Just, I mean, see, here's a, I mean, no kind of types. I mean, just I mean, this whether the document is indexed or not.
okay,
If
only one option.
right, if document is not indexed, that will not be available for search. Even it will take too much time to search. If it is indexed, it would be, I mean, system will very will give, I mean, will fastly search that document and available for you.
So, okay, you will show demonstration, right? Example,
Right.
I created today some
Hmm.
5 documents, tomorrow one document, like the 10 or 11 documents I created in one folder.
Hmm.
So, how to make that one
Uh,
index for
oh,
which,
correct. Yeah. So as and when you create a system in you create a document in the system,
okay,
as and when it it directly get indexed.
but
I mean, leave it that. I mean, right now, what the system you will work on the production or even the development, any of the environment, as you push any document into the system or any object gets created in the system, immediately that get indexed.
okay, but
Right. I mean, right now, because you do that, I will let you know what how it works,
okay,
how indexing works.
okay,
Right. So again, that's, I mean, what it do. Here is our content server, right?
yeah,
This is a content server.
okay,
Right. So basically, we create a document inside this content server, right?
yeah,
We have another server that is called index server,
okay,
right? So as the document enters into the system, enters means as you create, as any end user create a document, import a document, or I mean, as any objects gets created,
mm,
because we create an object, right?
mm,
Whether it's a document or anything, we create as you create a folder object, anything, as you object gets created in the system, it's immediately send a request to the index server that this this object has been created. So right, and just now make index that object. So index server index that object,
mm,
right?
okay,
Correct. I mean, again, here's a one catch kind of, in the sense, there is a one kind of architecture that generally Google or such kind of system have. What is that basically? I mean, I mean, have you noticed that if you put a wrong password in your Gmail account, it immediately, as you put your username and put password, it immediately give you a message that you are using a wrong password.
yes,
Have you noticed that? Even, but if you go and try to put wrong password in your other application, it is not as faster as the Google.
okay,
I mean, I don't know whether you notice. I mean, see, you open a DA application in your organization and put a wrong password and just check how much time it is taking. Same, you put a wrong password on your Gmail account or your Google account and check how much time it is taking.
okay,
So I think, I mean, in any of the any of the application you can check, not only a Documentum, whatsoever application you are using,
okay,
just try to check and I mean, check what is the difference and why even your application is only a one single application, right? Even but the Google has a n number of, I mean, so many accounts, so many applications inside there, but still they are much faster,
okay,
right?
yeah,
So why? Because basically what happened, I mean, they do not use database,
okay,
right? For searching anything, if you search anything in the database,
okay,
it's comparable, time consuming to search in a file.
okay,
Let's say you have a notepad, I mean something written over the notepad, right?
Yeah.
And something is written inside the database.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, because you might, I mean, because you have a little, I mean, that's a technical, I mean, something kind of thing. But try to understand this way. I mean, if you search in a document, that is a much faster than the database. But the problem is that, by rather, I mean, if it is a such kind of uh, pr- such kind of possibilities there, such kind of plus points is there with the notepad, then why we are using a database? I mean, definitely you'll have a second question,
Yes.
right? I mean, but the limitation is with the document and the database. The document, I mean, the particular document or one document cannot contain huge data, right?
Yes.
Similarly, but the database contain huge amount of data, but in a structured format, whereas the data and that file cannot contain a data in a structured format. That's the difference. That's why we has a limitation and have to go to the database,
Okay.
right?
Till I think I haven't maybe.
Sorry.
Um, you mean to say from database when the content is created to retrieve that it will take some
Yeah.
time. So in order to communicate with the database and
Yeah.
I need to pull out the records, it may fetch the records, it may take some time.
Right.
Okay. But when the content is stored in a file,
uh,
then again the uh, content is stored in the some other format so that it can be easily retrievable without going to this layer format or some other format.
Correct.
So you need not to worry about the time. So it will give that result within a span of seconds.
All
So
right.
instead of going and again querying and searching and again giving that input. So it gives the data. I mean, it gives the result within seconds.
Exactly.
Okay.
So similar to the Documentum, index server is something has a uh, you know XML database rather using a uh, presently available databases. They use the index server use XML database, right? I mean, it does not use Oracle or some such kind of databases.
In that case, then index server will be faster, I think.
Exactly. That's why it is a faster. So here you are looking a search, right? Here, I mean,
Okay,
here you are seeing the search.
right.
So if you write anything over here and try to search, I mean, this go to the index server rather going to the database.
Okay,
This request goes to the index server and search the data over there. So if your object is index, then the entry is there in the index server, right? So it will give you the result. If your index server is not there, or the object is not object is not indexed, then it will not display you in the result.
okay,
That particular object will not be displayed as a result, because the object is not indexed. If it is not indexed, then it is not that object is not registered for the database at the index server.
okay,
And this search request goes to the index server. I mean, it searches the data at the index server rather searching over database or content server.
okay, okay.
Now, so we were discussing that how to see. I mean, let's say we can search, can see one another type DM
And
under.
I think the next is partition to one more thing.
Yeah,
That is
yeah. I'm
DM,
coming to the, yeah, coming to
and
that.
also attribute is there.
Hmm. Yeah. See, the DM document has a super type sys object, right?
Okay,
Yeah. Same thing, right?
right.
Yeah. Partitioned is related to the database. I mean, right, again, it's for uh, whether I mean, this data is go to the partitioning or not. I mean, partitioning again is a database I mean concept. So you can
What is the
search.
meaning, sir? Partitioning?
Partition means, I mean, there is a such kind of a racks are available. Your data is going into a particular partitions to make the system little more faster than that earlier one. So indexing is a one thing. Again, if you want to give a more faster your data, so what you can do, you can partition your drive.
Okay.
Right. Let's say, I mean, I'll give you one more, I mean, system example that you'll have a. See, we create a C drive, D drive, E drive, right? C, right. If I have a one C drive only,
Okay.
right? We have a only C drive, so that has a huge space. But if I convert that, I mean, that drive into three more further drives, like C drive, D drive, E drive. So
Mm.
then again, it would be easier to me to go to to search the my data, right? I
Correct.
have to directly go to the D drive, right? Rather searching everywhere. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's the partitioning. Again,
And
that
okay, okay. And
it,
one more question, sir. So we have index and partitions. So in production server, I can see filters also. What is filter type? Then that also will comes as a searching part or indexing part, or it will be.
that's again another different thing. I mean, if you could give me a screenshot that, I mean, where you, I mean, here you see the filters.
Example, I can say in the folders only when we want to search a document with the effective version.
Uh-huh.
So there will be
Oh, okay, I got. That's a different thing. I mean, right now we are talking about the database and this concept. Filter is a D2 part. I mean, that you are talking about in D2, right?
configuration. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's will come to that point. I mean, that's a
Okay.
different thing. I
Okay.
mean, here's
Because you so told that indexing is used for to search the document very
correct.
fast compared to the database concept. So as it is working as XML format,
Yeah,
so that it will use that without using the database. It's a different environment. So that whenever user is giving that particular contents in the search button, so it will use that very fast compared to the data using the database. So,
correct.
yeah, okay. So that I just having
Y-
that part in.
Yeah, yeah. So just to add in it, I mean, it do not use database mean doesn't it doesn't mean that it does not require a database. Database must be there, but this search functionality does not use database. I mean, this search functionality always go to the uh, context server rather going to the database server.
Okay.
Basically, see, one point of time you can think that because our metadata is stored at the database, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So if I'm trying to search anything, where it has to search, obviously it has to search over the database. Because I mean, how would you search? You'll see, I mean, you will search like that. Just show me the document whose object name is equal to xyz, like this, right?
Mm.
So where the object name is there, object name is stored at the database,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
So I mean, that's, I mean, so how it is able to search over the index server? So what it do, the in the process of indexing, when we are saying that indexing, as I told you, we have a two servers. This is a content server and this is the index server. So as a part of indexing, what it do, it copy the metadata. I mean, or in other words, you can say one replica of object get created at the index server.
Okay.
Replica,
Okay.
right? But when this replica is created, right, I'm saying the replica of objects
Okay.
means the content and the metadata both gets copied to this.
Okay. So it's like a rendition or
Not rendition. I mean, again, rendition is a different thing. We are talking about disk index only. Rendition also I will explain.
okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a content server and here is the index server.
Okay.
You created a one document or uploaded a one document in here, right? I mean, this document has a metadata and content, right? Metadata and content, right?
Yeah.
So once this object is uploaded or is created, this object is created in this content server, immediately one replica of this object gets created here as well.
Okay. This the by default this one or how it will work?
By the system, we have a different software, internal software, the particular code executes and that do it, that particular code.
It is a mandatory activity or
Yeah, mandatory, right?
yeah.
I mean, wherever you will work, you will find so.
Okay.
Again, the
You'll
system
have
can
to.
can work without it, but it required at the organizational level.
Okay.
Org- it is not like that. You won't find any system without having index server.
Okay.
But yes, we can work without index server as well.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So so it creates a replica of that object, means the metadata and the content also is available here as well.
Okay.
Correct. So with this content server, our metadata was going to the database, right?
Okay.
At the content server, our metadata was going to the database, correct? Was saving at the database rdbms.
Okay.
But at the index server, while creating a replica, the data, this metadata gets stored at the xml database,
Okay.
right? xmldb,
Okay.
right? Uh,
Mhm.
are you getting my point?
Okay. Indexing actually comes under XML.
Right. So it is using xml database. So if user try to search, and I told you, if you search anything in the database or in xml file, xml database means xml, right? If
Yeah.
you search anything in the database and search same way you are searching in xml, xml is much more faster than as compared to the database. So that why this because
Oh,
the search request goes come to here, and it try to search the things metadata into the xml database, therefore it is a faster.
okay.
Got my point?
Yes.
Why it is faster, and why they think like this. They why they introduce the index server. I mean, are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Why here indexing is there?
Yes.
Still not, right?
Um, no, to search the searching purpose only or any other.
Just searching purpose only, but to make search faster. So in second way, why it is faster and how it is faster?
Okay. XML.
It is faster because it is at the backend. It use XML database
Right.
rather searching to the traditional database. It search on the XML database,
Okay.
right? So that's why it is faster. Similarly, why Google is, I mean, even you can check immediately as well. Just put a wrong password on Gmail. Quickly, because it is not searching over the database. It is searching to the XML, right? You might have heard the Ajax,
Agent.
AJAX,
Okay. Okay. Asynchronous Java.
right?
What is that? Okay. Asynchronous
Right,
Java and XML file. It's
right.
combination of XML and Java.
Correct. Java plus XML,
Yeah.
right? So Java plus XML. It use XML, so immediately it gives a pop-up or something, or even the database something. i
Yeah.
mean the Ajax is used. You do not need to click on the something on a button. It automatically assume that button is clicked or call that things.
Um,
So that's what yeah. Now we have to look to the attribute, right? I hope this is clear.
partitions also you told that it will
Yeah,
give the
it's it's a kind partition is kind of it. creates a rack kind of. So which part, I mean, we can configure that our data will go to the particular partition. So instead of searching everywhere,
Okay.
system has to search a particular partition only.
Okay. Okay.
Are you getting my point, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, for example, see, let's say your file is here, and for searching this file, you have to read line by line, like this, like this, like this, and then you're able to find.
Okay.
Now if you convert this into three partition, right, and system know that this file is there in this partition. Now you have to search only this portion,
Okay.
correct? So it will take less time as compared to the searching whole,
Right.
right? So like this, I mean, system work as a partition.
Okay.
I mean, programmatically, I mean, there are the internal program, I mean, in internal codings are there that do this all things. But theoretically, I'll explain you functionally what is the use of it. I mean, how it works.
Okay.
So here's the attribute. See, these are
Okay.
the attributes.
Types are attribute, both are same, right?
No, type is a type, and type has a attribute properties,
Okay.
right? I mean, so right now, if you could see here, it is displaying all attributes,
Okay.
right?
Okay. But yesterday you explained me the types and attributes are similar, but some difference is there.
I told you properties and attributes are similar,
Sorry, properties and attributes.
right?
Okay. Okay. Fine.
So here, see all attributes, and here's a non-inherited attributes,
Okay. Okay.
right? All means the attribute that are coming from its super type.
That I remember. Like one super type having some attributes. So once we are creating that subtypes, no. So
Yeah, it has its
it has that inherits the
all attributes.
subtypes. So into the subtypes. So it comes as a normal attribute means it includes that inherited. If non-inherited means which are not fetched that are inherited from the super type.
Right.
That comes as a non-inherited attributes.
So if we see the all inherited means
All
the
attributes means when we are creating custom type also, we have some attributes along with that custom type. So that super type also having some attributes to identify that or to recognize
correct,
types and all.
right,
So to recognize or to identify that, it will take that few of the types or attributes from the super type and include in the subtypes as the relations, current and change,
correct.
as you said yesterday. I think.
Yeah. So this is all. I mean, this is all attributes, and it's a inherit
But
non-inherited.
you said that by default all it will come as attributes only, but why non-inherited also with that? I'm not getting.
Non-inherited attributes means, I mean, for example,
So you yesterday you said tell that by default system should give that attributes from the super type in order to recognize system or in order to
see, these are the attributes. Yes, these are the attributes are I mean, for example, see, dm sys, I mean, what is the super type of dm sys object?
here
Dm underscore sys object,
the
right?
object is persistent.
Yeah, dm underscore sys object is a super type of this
This
dm underscore document.
no, sorry,
So these all are the attributes, these all are the attributes of super
okay,
dm sys object, right? If I want to see the objects that only that attributes that only belong to a dm document,
okay.
I can go and select non-inherited attributes.
Sorry, I didn't.
For example, I mean, see, dm sys object is a super type
But
of
that
dm
of the
document,
DM, right, right.
right? So I told you the subtype or the type always inherited its super type properties or attributes,
Right.
correct?
Mm.
So right now, if here in the DA we have an option to look both of the attributes. its super type attributes. I mean, because DM document inherit all the attributes.
Right.
So if we can check in all the attributes, there are a couple of attribute that is inherited one, right? Are the inherited one,
Okay.
and couple of the attribute that belong to this only,
Only okay, standalone. Okay. Yes.
right? Instead, correct, right. So here we can check which what all attributes that to belong only to this type only by clicking non-inherited attributes
Okay.
by
Okay.
selecting, right. So DM document has no any attribute exist for this type,
Okay.
right. So therefore there is no attributes. It holds all the attributes of sys objects only,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Right. So we create one example. Let's use just now again we go to the type, right. Here's the options available. Now, right, I told you how to see, right. Here start with you can type and search, correct.
Mm.
In case if you want to if you have to create its own one, then go to the file new and type. Here you can put let's say the legal doc, and always remember that in DA you have to use all uh, uh, I mean in not in big letters, I mean this
Bold capital letters.
caps, yeah.
Yeah.
You do not need to use caps.
So like a case sensitive.
Right, kind of. Even you should not use as a space in here, I mean while creating a type,
Okay.
right. Because basically if you create anything here, it creates a tables in database. So
Okay.
generally database is a kind of case sensitive, so it otherwise it may throw error in between,
Okay. Yeah.
right. So later on it can throw an error, so that's why we need to see. Here we have option, right, super type name, and here DM document or null,
Okay.
right. I can select null or DM document, or even I could select any other super type by clicking like this here.
Okay.
Sorry. So let's say legal underscore doc, right? Because I have logged in as a super user, that's why this option is available. Otherwise, this null option will not be available.
Admin means null option. No?
Yeah, for admin, the null option will not be available,
Okay.
right? Now, because I'm selecting DM underscore document as well, right?
Okay.
Uh, Legal doc. Here option, right? Because see, I have selected DM document as a super type. So it it is displaying all the inherited attributes by default came.
Attributes are by default. It will be same or it will be different. That attribute.
It will be same. I
Like
mean,
not
because
all attributes like
all attributes, yeah.
date, name, preference.
See, all attributes means it is showing all the attributes of this type that will belong to this type.
So it will be predefined in the document only, or
Yeah, I mean because we have I mean this DM document is a predefined, right? So we selected this predefined type.
Mhm.
So we have selected super type as a predefined. That's why, and I told you whatsoever type you are going to create, and it will inherited all the attributes of its super type. So right now start showing all the attributes of its super type.
Okay.
Now you can add your own attributes within it,
Mhm.
right? I mean, see, 100 attribute will be come to you as a inherited one, but 101 you can create your own 101 2 3 like this. You can add on,
Okay.
right? Here you can select even. See, there is no attribute exist. No attribute exist means no inherited attributes. I mean, means this no attribute is available that belong to this type only. I mean, just that belong to this type. Only inherited attributes displaying. So here you can click by clicking add, right? Let's say client name, right? Here type string, boolean, integer, id, time, double,
Sir,
right?
please, sorry, can you go back that how to?
Yeah, I mean, let me open I. I think I is so how to we can go to the type, right? Here's the type option available. Type, right? Go to the file,
File. Okay.
new type, right? Here's legal underscore doc, right?
Yeah.
Attribute. These all attributes are the inherited one.
Okay.
So in case I want to check only non-inherited one, I mean only that belong to this type, click here. I mean right now, so far we have not created, so we'll click over add,
Okay.
add, right? Here the client name, let's say, right? Always it would be string. String means character, like 100. If I want to make it repeating, here we have to select. Otherwise, no. I told you what does it mean by repeating and single one.
Sorry, sorry.
This
Okay. Yes, yes. But
right,
R yesterday, single and repeating.
right. I mean,
Single
right now,
value.
yeah. Client name repeating. Let's say case type, case type, right? Again, could be string, but it could be repeating. See, case type, client name, all right? Again, add.
Uh,
Just suggest me one or another thing. Any attribute suggest me.
okay. Attribute.
Legal related case. We have selected case type. Let's say we have a case number, right? Case number always either could be IT or we can create it integer, right? We can create it integer means number, right? Case number will always be number.
One moment. So, hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yesterday you told me that repeating and single. So definition I understood single, but when it comes to the subject, single valued properties means what it says that
yeah. Single means uh, the I mean there is a one value for that attribute.
Okay.
and repeating the value could be a multiple,
Mm.
uh, right?
That
F-
object or the types are multiple.
I mean, mm, okay, I'll tell you. Let me create this
Okay.
while I'll. So I mean, for example, see, whenever you create an object of legal type,
Okay.
let's say the case number. Case number is always be a one value, right? I mean,
Okay.
or one. See, one document can be associated with multiple case numbers,
Mm.
or I mean, I mean, consider something like this. Or let's say, see, I'm telling you one other way. You create a change request, right, to approve any document. I mean, any SOP.
Okay.
I mean, you create a change request and associate multiple SOPs with one change request, right?
Correct. Correct.
So if you look at the one, I mean, you have a metadata of only that change request, right?
Yeah.
So there is a option. I mean, there is a one attribute that is, the attribute has associated change request or associated document or associated SOP.
Okay.
Even give me a second. Let me see. Let's say we create a one table. I mean, we create a one type. That is type is a change request,
Okay.
right? This is a change request, right? Here's a ID, right? And affected document. Affected document means the SOP that are associated,
Correct.
right? So ID equals, the ID is a double one, right? Let's say. So can this affected document have a multiple value or a single value? It could have a multiple value, right?
Mm.
So the attribute that can store a multiple value
Okay.
is a repeating attribute.
Okay.
If we design attribute that only can hold a one value, that is a single value attribute.
Okay.
So at the designing time, we have to tell the documentum that this attribute will hold repeating value,
Yeah.
or this attribute will hold a single value,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So if we tell the system, so that is the way it creates a two table in the document database. One table is for single attribute that are holding a single values, and one table for all those attributes that will hold, that are going to hold multiple values.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Yeah. So case number is an integer. Even we are thinking that case number can I mean, multiple case number is associated with one document, so we are making a repeating. So if I select it repeating means I'm telling the documentum that this attribute can have a multiple values,
Okay. 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 Got it. So if we are not ticking that checkbox, then
then it will hold only single value.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, multiple, it cannot hold a multiple value. So
Okay.
but in case if we want system to to get it hold it as a multiple value, then it is, we tell it upfront in the system.
Okay.
So case number, okay. So we have a three: case number, case type, client name, like this. And you suggest me anything. I mean, if anything comes in your mind.
Case ID.
Case ID, let's say, right? Case ID. We are creating a single, and because it should not be repeating, right? Otherwise, multiple case ID and it will be confusing, right? I mean, ID is a unique kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here's the inherited, right? No, 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 no. Means these attributes are related to this type only.
Okay.
If I see all, so it will show all, right? I mean, I'll see like this. So 100. See here, yes, 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 yes. Even it display our hours as well. What we have recently created, this case number, no, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, like this. So if I click finish, it takes little time because right now this system is creating a tables inside the database, right? Because it's a huge system and I have only single system is there, so that's why it takes time and multiple. So it has been created, right? So we have to search for legal, right? We can search our custom type legal.
Okay.
Here we can search. See, our doc is created and its super type is DMC document, correct? And because DM document is a subtype of DMCS object, that's why it is showing like this. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
In case if we have to see whether we have to go search and see the attributes, right? What we have created, case number, case type, client name, case ID, like
So
this.
we need to remember all the attributes required, right? So to
Uh,
create a program,
I
where it,
mean, yeah, when you work by default, it gets remembered, but it is not like that. You, I mean, no need.
like by default attributes, like system given some attribute, like yesterday you were telling, like
Yes, of course. I mean,
starting, you have told that the roles and all roles are like five or six roles only, like
mm,
0, 6, 2, 6, 8, and 12 and
I
all.
mean,
Next,
yes.
extended this one privileges, also having some kind of numbers are there.
Mhm.
So yesterday when you were explained that objects and types, so that hierarchy model you shown to me that persistent and non-persistent. In the persistent only there are some objects which are segregated or grouped in the under this particular hierarchy. So today you are saying that some documentum attributes which are created by system in the background. So that yesterday you also told one more example relating to this tags. Tags means that particular number which will helps me to identify where the issue is coming. So by based on the numbers. So exact
R,
option
R object ID. No.
add object type. So today again that when it comes to the attributes topic, so that system by default it will create some attributes or inherited attributes. So that you need to remember by default whatever we are creating some custom type also. So then by default that inherited attributes will be created by the system. So that main attributes to be remembered, I guess.
I mean, initially you can say that you have to remember, but later on I'll give you that way. I mean, in case you need to
Because
see.
I am not doing any lab or some hands-on, right? So
Mm,
I may forgot. So
I mean, again, I mean, I'll let you know. I mean, gradually I will let you know that rather remembering how we can say at runtime, can see the attributes at runtime.
okay.
I mean, I'll give you the way like that. I mean, obviously, it is not easy to remember such all these things, right?
One day not possible. Slowly you need to.
Even regularly, I mean, yeah, I mean, so many things are there, but I will let you know how to check at runtime,
Okay, okay.
right? I mean, through API, through DQL, how you can check.
Okay. But one more thing, this attributes also will be working in the runtime only or not. So you told me that like persistent or non-persistent type, like
Again, I mean, it good to have if you know that 10, 12 types are there. What 10, 12 types are there. If you know that what type is used for what purpose.
that only I will be beneficial for
Mm,
me if I remembered this attributes types and all. So that where exact problem or issue, or not only for issue or problem, when we are assigning or when we need to uh, go ahead for this work environment, then it will be easy to type or too easy to search in the particular GUI and all. So,
correct.
so instead of going all these things, so it's better to type in the search box and immediately I can do. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I
make my
mean,
work easier and also very fast.
right. I will show you that. I mean, how to check. I mean, again, I mean, gradually we'll. I mean, so far what you have understood. I mean, definitely in coming days you will understand more. I mean, day day by day your knowledge will get increased. So even you will also get to know that how to know these all types and all. I mean, gradually you will see.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so far you understood right how to create type. What is a type? What is a inherited one? Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
since
one
the
more question I have, this inheritance term and it's a kind of oops concept or some other.
I mean, again, the functionally it's from OOPS concept. I mean, the technically implementation is a different thing, but at functionally, if you see, I mean, inheritance everywhere. I mean, not only this, everywhere you see in a technical field or in a technical language that comes from the. I mean, that language is derived from the OOPS.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, wherever you'll see, and it is written that inheritance, and that is really. I mean, in technical terms, it is derived from there.
okay.
Right. So see, we have created a legal doc, right?
Yeah,
Now, I mean, if you look at this left hand side, we have a cabinets, right? This,
yeah,
these blue boxes,
okay.
cabinets. What is the cabinet?
So
Cabinet,
one word only I remember from starting on. Cabinet is the highest hierarchy and also objects actually correlate.
right? I mean, first folder. Every first folder is a cabinet. You can say.
Yeah,
I mean, the in the let's say in the hierarchy, path hierarchy, first path is a cabinet.
okay,
I mean, first starting path is a cabinet always.
okay,
So if I go to this RA department, let's say,
okay,
see RA department, the path is starting from RA department. See,
okay.
right? I mean this RA department.
Right.
If
Yeah,
I create a one another, sorry, if I create a one more folder inside it, I mean rest are the folder, but first is always cabinet. Let's say legal folder, legal, right?
okay,
So if see legal is a folder, right?
yeah,
If I double click, see the path is like this.
okay.
I mean, forget this cabinet. Cabinet is just displaying because we are in cabinets inside.
No, no, what is that cabinet? Still, I am not getting. So one or two times you told me it's the highest hierarchy, and
Right. I mean, see,
so it will be the top of this folder and all.
yeah.
So apart
I
from
mean,
that, is there any other definition or abbreviation for this cabinet?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I'm. Let me try. Let me subfolder, sub legal folder. Right. Yeah. Can you tell me the path exactly? I mean, if I say this is the path, right? This. If you above, I mean this selected
So
one.
the legal is a folder under this cabinet, and sublegal is a subset. I mean,
Another folder. Yes. I mean, it's a folder. It's another subfolder inside this folder, and this is the cabinet.
okay,
So cabinet you can consider it's uh, kind of one d- almirah. Let's say one almirah. In that almirah you have a different cupboards, or different boxes are inside there.
okay,
So you have keep the things in the particular boxes, right? So let's say, I mean, you have a one almirah. Let's say, I mean, I'm trying to make you explain this. Let's say you have a one almirah. In that almirah you have a different box,
okay,
and in one of the box you have put your keys, right? Your cards key you have kept in that particular box A. Let's say box A you have kept your car key. If let's say if someone asks you where is the key, what would you say?
Mm,
that are there in a Almira inside that particular box, right?
yes,
Like this way you will say, right?
right.
So the Almira is a cabinet here. That particular box is a folder, and maybe inside that box another box is there where the key is there. Key is there. So you'll say, go to them, just open my Almira. You will find a one box. Inside that box there is another box. That the key is there, right? You will speak like this, right?
Yes.
So Almira is a cabinet,
Okay.
right? And after that you can keep n number of box, but first first place or first box would be a, I mean this first uh, place would be a your Almira. The similar to this, cabinet is always a first folder. It's kind of a folder, I mean it's a folder basically, but we call it cabinet,
Okay.
so that we could understand this is the first folder. I mean it's not a second, third or fourth subfolder. It's a first folder. If you see this hierarchy again, I mean if you see this hierarchy, see, right, we have a RA department, legal, and another folder is there, right?
Yes.
So this blue boxes are a cabinet, yellow boxes are folders.
Yeah.
You can have a folders, then subfolders, then subfolders, then subfolders like this,
Right.
right? But you cannot keep cabinet inside a cabinet like this,
Okay.
right? Cabinets is always be a first folder. Afterwards there would be a folders,
Okay.
right? I mean same way you cannot put Almira inside a Almira like this.
Okay.
You can keep n number of boxes inside a Almira, but like this,
Okay.
right? Uh, I mean, why there is no such kind of definition is there? Because this is a way of I mean internally how data is displaying.
Okay.
Just it's a virtual thing. Basically, there is no such kind of folders or like this. These are the database, how the data is displaying from the database.
Okay.
I mean, these are the basically data inside the database tables.
Okay.
I mean, if you query on the database, I mean, let's say, what is this legal? Legal is an object of DM underscore folder. I mean, there is a DM underscore folder is the table,
Okay.
right? Where this, this legal, like it's a row kind of. I mean, it's a row. I mean,
Right.
right? Yesterday we discussed this, how the object get stored. It's an object kind of.
Yes.
It's a one object. It's a second objects of DM underscore folder type.
Yes.
So just it's a way of representation. I mean, but yep. I mean, gradually you will understand. I mean, each passing day you'll understand everything.
Okay.
Now, uh, yeah. So we created one. We created one type, right?
Yes.
So now we have to import or create a document. Let's say we create a document,
Okay.
right? We are creating of what, I mean, why type is required. I mean, we create a object of that particular type. Right now we are creating object. Let's say uh, case document file of XYZ client. Let's say, right. I mean we are uploading the such kind of document. Let's, right. So here we can select what type of document we are going to upload.
Okay.
We have a legal doc, right? Legal underscore doc,
Right.
right? This, correct?
Yeah.
Right. If I select this legal doc, right, I mean we click next.
So this document will be by default it will store in the document type when the it your production server when they are opening that time so it will open by
Yeah, I
default.
mean it will open like this. I mean it's a div again. And because right now we are uploading a document through DA. If we can upload this document through D2, we can upload this document through other front end. So it look like this now, because we are uploading a document, right? We are creating a document of that. See, here's the case number, right? Case type,
Okay. Okay. Whatever we created, that one
right? So
property.
yeah,
Attribute.
so see, here is the sum of the box is displaying as a boxes, right? Boxes.
Yes.
But here are some edit, because we have created it as repeating one. So I mean, if you have to create like this, here you can case ID, let's say 1001. In case number, click on edit. Here you can enter multiple value, right? Test 1, add. Test 2, you can add. Test 3, you can add like this, right? Click, right? See, test 1, test 2, test 3, like this.
Okay.
It is holding multiple because we have designed it as a repeating one, right? Right. uh, Case type, what case type, here we can say legal. I mean, let's say, mm, just suggest me some values. Let's say,
I mean, value will be in care only, right? Sorry.
yeah, I mean, we have selected care, that's why it will, I mean, we only can put a care value. So
Case type.
let's say case type could be a fraud, and it could be another case, or could be a, accident, like this. I mean, we can select the values.
Correct.
uh, I mean, because legal is a these kind of legal cases,
Correct.
right? So if I select this here, the value we can select, right? And other are, see, we are seeing these, right? Why we are seeing these ACL domain, ACL name, alias, set, application type, archive. These are the inherited one,
Mm,
correct?
correct.
Yeah. So in case we have to give, we can give the value of here, of these,
Okay.
right? And also here's the object ID or object ID. See, by default it's created our object ID,
Mm,
correct? And if I click finish, interesting. Okay, see, invalid value test one for the attribute case number, because attribute was a number, that's why it is not taking. So case number we have to add it like 1 2 3, right? Add, we can 2 2 2, add 3 3 3, add, click OK. And if I finish, right, one object is uploaded. Got it? This we have uploaded one object, right
so
now.
the uploading of types also, is there any mandatory or optional or not required like that? So you shown that some inherited properties and also whatever we have created, that
Hmm?
types also. So whether system will allow us to not to, and I mean, if we are not entering the values in that particular dialog box or text
Hmm.
box also, whether it system can able to create this folder or this document, or it is mandatory to fill all the text boxes.
Again, I mean, it depend. You want to make it mandatory or you don't want to make it mandatory. I mean, it's a kind of customization. By
Means
default,
the background is the system only controls, or we can able to customize or this.
uh, yeah, you can also control. I mean, those there is no, I mean, no control over the system. If you want to make free, I mean, you can have a without value. You can create an object without having any attribute value. If you make any values mandatory, let's say the case number. If you are asking end user to upload the documents, if they do not put any case number or put the metadata detail, then would you think that that's a use of that document data? I mean, how would you recognize that data?
So how to do that such controls? Is there any separate
Yes, I mean that I will tell you when we will use.
workflow design?
Not a workflow design, we have a one tool, composer. That way I will let you know. So if you see right now, see if you uh, I mean, also, I mean, see, here are the label of these fields are good enough. It is showing, caps also in form, I mean, particular format, right? I mean,
Correct.
label is right, but our label is case underscore number same, right? It's not good, right? It does not look nice, right?
Okay.
How to make it like this? I will also let you know. I mean, that session. I mean, first letter should be capital, and then there should be a space, or even sometimes what we have to do, we have to use in a different language. Let's say if you are creating application for let's say Russian people, so they want it to be displayed as Russian language.
Right.
So I mean, how to do the labelization, how to change the label in particular language and all that, I also let you know, right?
Okay.
So even you can upload your that particular documents as well. Go to the new, sorry.
So this comes as a document making, new document creation, or which topic it will comes under?
Right now I'm just telling you the type, how to create a type. In this example, I mean, if I create a type, then how to store a document of particular type.
Okay.
Document type, document object, and document type,
Okay.
right? So this is the way. And I mean, just quickly I'll show you that how to I mean, what is the use of it, what we have created. Select, I mean, let's select a star from legal, right? So we uploaded a one document, right? Case document like this, right? And we had a couple of our properties, case ID, right, like this, correct? So this is the way, through report we can check, I mean, how many objects we have created for this, right? Got it?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So this is the way how to create a type, and how to import a document of particular type. And next I mean, I will let you know how to modify. I mean, for example, we have created a particular type,
Correct.
and in case we need to modify it,
Okay.
so how to modify it in the section, how to create, I mean, and also how to create I mean, this is a GUI format that I explain you how to create a type through DA. But most of the time, sometimes you do not have access of DA as well.
Okay.
I was working in one of the organization where only the green card holder, I mean, the persons having a green card can access the DA.
DAB?
This Documentum, this tool, Documentum Administrator,
Ah, oh, sorry, sorry. Document. Okay.
right? This tool that is only, I mean, is available. Even that company is also pharmaceutical, so they people only can access. I mean, because mostly US, I mean, United States has I mean, this pharmaceutical companies, right?
Right. Right.
And even the Documentum is widely, even the mostly used by these companies.
Now, basically, it is from Canada, I guess. Document.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. It is software from Canada or US, I don't know.
I mean, see, I'm telling you the pharmaceutical industries.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, because mostly Documentum is used by the pharmaceutical companies,
Right.
and the most of the companies, they belong to the USA. Mostly I mean, pharmaceutical companies are mostly belong to the US,
Correct, correct. Whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So So these companies, this they use a Documentum. So they use this kind of, they put the stuff and all.
Right.
Right, and for reporting tool and all. So this is the way. So
And also for storing and getting that this what is that presentation purpose for audits and so some
correct, right,
that data reporting and very
correct, correct. Okay, uh, then uh, yeah, tomorrow we'll discuss that how to create through DQL and these type through DQL, how to modify, update.
but
Uh,
still I'm feeling that it is only like you explained me these types and all like
mhm.
yesterday's conclusion.
Right, it's a
So
that's yesterday's.
starting from on the example in the cabinet, how the fields will be inherited from this uh, super type and all. So
Right,
okay, one example you shown to me.
yeah. One example, if you same we write a query and saw the data, how the data is looking like. And also if you see, if I query on DM, see, did you notice then when I query on legal document, what it displayed? It displayed all the attributes,
Correct.
whether it's inherit, among inherited one, including its one, that belong to this one,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
So
One question.
mhm.
Recently, I received one mail, but that is relating to Documentum developer.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe not for me, I think. Object model, jobs, methods, auto naming, properties pages,
correct.
and deployment guide preparation knowledge of open text.
You are talking about the jobs, related to jobs or what?
Related to job, not for no, sorry, not for this training. Out of box actually.
No, I'm no, are you looking for a job change? That what I'm trying to understand. So
Ah,
that's what you are preparing, right?
yeah, right.
Okay. Yes. This is the object model that I told you. This is the object model. This, this
Uh-huh.
what we are doing right now.
Okay.
We are creating an object model for legal documents. We
Okay.
created an object model for legal documents. Understood? What
Okay.
did we do? We created let's say there is a legal company,
Okay.
and they have to upload a legal documents in the Documentum.
Okay.
So what we do, we'll create a type first for their documents. So they will have their own fields, right?
Okay.
Fields in the sense, when they upload a document into the Documentum, they will have their own field, own values, on metadata of their documents.
Okay.
So what will you do? You will create a type with the legal documents along with their fields,
Okay.
along with their metadata. So the same way we did, you have to create.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One WhatsApp message I sent, I think.
Mhm.
You received.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know whether it is comes under this.
I mean, you are in a Bangalore, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 15 to yes. But it's a joining location in UK. Are you able to join in UK?
No, no. They mentioned only onshore or something.
Okay, no, what I see, I'm not saying that, because if you want, if you want to, we can make you practice like this way. If you want to join, or if you have a such kind of interview clearance, for example, if you are planning to give an interview, what I'm trying to say, I can make you prepare for that as well. I can take the course like that way as well.
Okay, okay.
Right now, because initially you said that you have a project, you have to move into the project, and that you want to prepare.
Actually, I that JD also I will show to you. So,
Hmm.
what kind of I'm looking for that.
Not I then I will try to explain that way. That's not a
Once, I will.
mhm. Because I will, right now I'm more focusing towards the conceptual part, so that I can fit this concept in your mind. That's my motive.
Absolutely. Right. Still, we are in concept mode only. On let me
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Can you please?
one minute. Let me. Uh, okay.
Mhm.
This one is mostly kind of admin role. One more message I will create to you.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, SOPs, organization chart, etc. I mean, yeah,
This is
will.
mostly functional role, I think.
Mhm.
I think first one which I have shared, that is mostly development responsibilities.
Even, I mean, it's, I mean, see, even you can do this as well. I mean, this, what you share me the first screenshot, you also can do this type of role as well. I mean, whether you have a knowledge of or not a technical knowledge, but you can do that kind of work as well.
Okay.
I
Because
mean,
I'm little, I mean, I have some confusion
hmm,
because which kind of role, if I need to search or I need to face some interviews, so
see,
after this course and all, so
see,
that it will be easy for me to get the job or to change the profile. That's it.
okay. Telling you one thing, that see, if you talk about the functional, so many functional roles are available.
Okay.
And again, I mean, you might be, I mean, you might um agree or not agree on my point, maybe, I mean,
No, no,
but
really, I'm not aware. So I
functional, see, so many functional peoples are available in the market. I mean, see, nowadays I have provided, you know, I mean, recently in December, 4 or 5 peoples in USA, they are working and they are changing their jobs. I mean, they have changed because due to the some I mean, the, you know, this administration, I mean, this the US government did something, and they have to fight for their jobs. They were not having any technical knowledge, right? I mean, they were just like you. They they changed their role in a Documentum, right? I mean, they were belong to a certain other technology, and they change it,
okay.
correct? uh, Even, I mean, and even they got the job. I mean, they are doing. So what I'm trying to say, if there's no new development projects, mostly in the Documentum are having a maintenance projects, right?
Support.
Support projects, kind of.
Yes.
So all the development is already done, right? So no new development is there. You have to manage the things, one, or you have to deliver a small change request like this,
Okay.
or you have to resolve the issues. I mean, daily kind of issues if comes.
Correct. Correct.
All right. So such kind of work you have to do. Now you are saying that, where should I go? Should I go to the functional or technical front?
No, two JDs, I mean,
I
two.
mean, yeah, I mean, no, first JD was a kind of technical, second JD was a functional. I
I,
mean,
I guess you need to say, I don't know that.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, technical in the sense, little technical kind of, I mean, the admin kind of work, and second JD is a kind of a business. I mean, mostly coordinator kind of, in if I talk in that language. So if you go in a first way, you have a long term projects, long term work, long term everything. And if you go in a second way, in the second way, you, I mean, so many crowd is there in the second GD. I
Okay.
mean, you do not have a dependency in the projects in a second options, right? Because you can find people's, they know these terminology, they are aware with these terminologies, they know how to work, right? But how to handle the software, how to resolve the issues and all like this, that is care by the I mean, is available on the first part, on the first JD.
Okay, that is
Even
just only missed.
yeah, but I mean it's my understand. I mean it's my. I mean I think so that first JD can give you more than second JD.
Okay, more scope and wide range of
Yeah, even
view.
in terms of monetary part, if I say, in the both of the way,
Right.
because generally nowadays the D2 peoples are very less in the organization. I
Right.
mean Documentum peoples,
Yeah.
very few in a market.
Okay.
And if you work in an organization and already you are there, and I mean because you already have a functional knowledge, right? If you also have a technical knowledge, so you, I mean, your all fingers are in, I
Well,
mean,
with the book.
right, you are, yeah, win-win situation, because you know both of the things already, you are aware with the functional knowledge,
Right.
right? Because what happens, the developer doesn't know the functional knowledge, and the functional people doesn't know the technical knowledge,
Right.
right? That's the problem with. So we just, I mean I would say keep, I mean keep trying, give these interviews.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and also even I can help you out in these interviews, even not only just to make you aware this concept, but also if you have an interview, you can take me, putting me in a call. I mean, you can ask me your queries immediately, and I can help you in that case.
I have not made my CV also, sir, as of now. I
Sorry.
just so Naukri and all people used to search for the keywords, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes it may be relevant or sometimes they felt like this, they will search the keywords and they will just throw that mail and all. You
Yeah.
have that experience and all. So, but
Correct.
when I saw that mail, I felt like
Uh-huh.
maybe still I haven't familiar with this JD and all, but maybe recruiters search for that keyword. Like we are mentioning that hands-on experience for the functional and Documentum and some other application, so which are used in pharma.
Hmm.
So I mentioned that as a knowledge on the hands-on, means in terms of functional. So
Okay.
the recruiters might have searched for the development or that JD. So they are just sharing that mail. But I need to know this these things also. Next, if I need to change my CV and put entirely for this,
Hmm. Okay, got it.
yeah. So that's the reason. Maybe you can help me in that aspect also.
Sure, sure, of course.
So for that only, I just share this email.
Mhm. No, yes, not an issue. We can help you out. Also, if possible, I mean, one day, once this thing is clear, I mean, if you are okay, so I mean, what is your day-to-day work? You can, I mean, we can discuss, so that I can make you understand more in that way as well. I mean, you can understand your the software. I mean, for example, if you are working in D2 or some Documentum software, and you want to understand, that
Okay.
I can make you understand that way as well. I mean, we can discuss that thing, so that I could correlate more about your functional work, and you can understand more.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Thank you, Krishna. Thanks for
uh,
your time.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, for your support. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.